Hi everyone, in this video I will go over health insurance plans offered by Kaiser in California, and we'll try to make it easy for you to understand how to compare plans side by side and get the best value for your money. If you are shopping for health insurance, this video will help you make an educated decision regarding the health plan you are going to select for you and your family. So Kaiser is an HMO, meaning that if you select this as your health insurance, you will only be able to use it at Kaiser clinics and hospitals. You won't be able to go outside of your network. In addition, HMO plans require you to select a primary care doctor and get a referral from your primary care physician to see other specialists. There are quite a few Kaiser locations within California. Kaiser is also available in a few other states. You can select your Kaiser plan via Covered California, or you can apply directly with Kaiser. If you qualify for a subsidy, I highly recommend applying via Covered California, as you will have to pay less for the same health insurance plan. If you would like to check your eligibility for financial help, you can look at the program eligibility table available on my website. I have also recorded a video on this topic recently that will help you determine if you can get a subsidy. Check it out. This will help you save some money. Well, Kaiser plans in the Covered California and those available directly are the same and cost the same. Exception is that Kaiser Direct offers a few additional plans that are not available in the Covered California. We will explore all of these plans today. So, to make it easy to understand and compare insurance plans, remember that all plans are grouped in four main categories: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. These categories show how you and your plan share costs. Plan categories have nothing to do with the quality of care. There is also a catastrophic plan for those who qualify, usually for those who are under the age of 30. I will go over all these categories and show you the premiums and details. Let's start with the bronze plan, and we'll spend a little bit more time on this because this is a little bit complex. Kaiser has at least 3 different bronze plans. I've quoted a 40-year-old individual living in San Francisco, and here are the bronze plans with the premium for this individual. Let's go over and see the side by side. Now, just by looking at all these 3 plans, how do you make sense of what is the best? Premium is not always a factor. I will help you make sense of all this. So continue watching and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This will help my content to be visible to others, and it will support my channel as well. Notice that the deductible and the out-of-pocket is slightly different for all these plans. For those who don't know what is the out-of-pocket maximum, this is the maximum out-of-pocket you pay per year. It includes the deductible, coinsurance, and copays. How soon you pay this out-of-pocket depends on the plan, contract, and your risks. I'll give you an example later so you understand how it works in the context of the overall coverage for these plans. So we already saw that the deductible is for all these plans. The deductible is high on all bronze plans, but there are a few things that you can do without getting into the deductible. I will tell you about that in a minute. Before getting into that, I wanted to mention that all these plans have no charge for preventative care. Things like routine physical exam, mammograms, routine prenatal care visit, first postpartum visit, and other preventative care is included at no cost. Here's the coverage that I mentioned that might give you the aha moment. Here's something very important to keep in mind. Notice that the bronze plan in the middle gives you the option to see a doctor or go to urgent care 3 times per year without getting into the deductible. This is extremely important for those who rarely go to the doctor but don't want to go broke by paying thousands if they have to go. So with the Kaiser Permanente Bronze 60 HMO, you will have the option to have 3 visits per year, not subject to deductible, and you only pay a copay of $65. Now, another big deal is the lab test. The plan in the middle allows you to pay just $40 flat rate for most of your labs. I say it's a big deal because just a blood test alone could easily be $2,000. And if you have to pay this much towards your deductible just for the laboratory alone, it will impact your pocket dramatically. So if you select the HDHP bronze or bronze 60, the percentage, you can end up paying much more for your typical lab test and in fact everything else before you reach your deductible. The Kaiser bronze 60 plan in the middle will cost you just $40 for the labs. Keep that in mind when you shop for your health insurance. Most X-rays, MRIs, CT, and PET scans will be subject to deductible with all bronze plans. Mental health visit will be covered by the bronze 60 HMO for the first 3 visits before deductible. Then you will get into the deductible. The other 2 plans, Kaiser Permanente bronze 60 HDHP HMO and Kaiser bronze 60 HMO 8200/percentage will cover mental health only after you've paid up your entire deductible. Now let's take a look at the hospital care. Given that a typical hospital stay could be very expensive, here is important to look at the maximum out-of-pocket cost. Let's look at an example to see how the out-of-pocket maximum works. Let's assume that a person is hospitalized and stays in the hospital for 3 days. For this hospitalization, the bill is $50,000. Since this person has insurance, they will not be responsible for the entire bill, but will pay the maximum out-of-pocket per the contract of the plan. So in our case, let's see what cost will be with each of the Kaiser Bronze plans. With the Kaiser Bronze 60 HDHP plan, this person will have no deductible, but will pay the entire $7,000 out-of-pocket cost maximum. With the Kaiser 60 HMO, this person will pay the deductible of $6,300 and then 40% of the medical bill, but no more than the out-of-pocket cost. So this person will pay a total of $8,200 if they have this plan. And in the case of Kaiser Bronze 60 HMO 8200/percentage, this person won't have a deductible and instead pay the entire out-of-pocket cost of $8,200. So I hope we are all clear on the out-of-pocket cost. If you have questions, please type it below and I'll do my best to respond. If you have a specific question, please reach out to me directly and I will do my best to help. So now we are going to talk about emergency and urgent care. Please note that this is not the same thing. I have a video on the specifics with the details when you should go to urgent care and when you should go to emergency. So with Kaiser Bronze plans, emergency is subject to deductible, meaning that you will pay up to the maximum out-of-pocket limit if you have an emergency. For example, if your bill is $1,000, you will pay this amount regardless of what plan you have. If your bill is $50,000, then you will pay your out-of-pocket maximum based on the contract of your plan. Now, with urgent care, the bronze plan that is in the middle lets you use urgent care up to 3 times per year combined with other doctor visits that I've mentioned earlier. Now, in regards to the prescription medication, notice that you pay everything from your pocket with the Kaiser Permanente Bronze 60 HDHP HMO plan until you reach out-of-pocket max for everything you pay during the year. Then the insurance company covers everything until the end of the contract year. With the Kaiser Bronze 60 HMO, you will have a $500 pharmacy deductible, and then you will pay either a copay or coinsurance depending on the tier of your medication. In the case of Kaiser Permanente Bronze 60 HMO 8200/0%, you can use mail order up to a 100-day supply of qualified generic prescriptions for the cost of 60 days supply. But that's only for generic. Now let's take a look at the Silver Kaiser plans. There are a few different plans here as well. Here are the rates and plans for the 40-year-old living in San Francisco. Again, just by looking at a first glance, it looks confusing. Let's look at the benefits and you will see how easy it is to understand the coverage and select the plan that works best for you and your family. Now, this does not include the Silver plan available in the Covered California, and it does not include the enhanced Silver plans 94, 87, and 73, also available in the Covered California. Please reach out to me and I will help you understand if you qualify for any of these enhanced plans, which have out-of-pocket maximums as low as $1,000 per year. So with Silver plans, it's pretty self-explanatory. I won't go into every detail. I just want to mention that you have to pay attention whether there is a copay for your procedure. Copay is the exact dollar amount or a coinsurance percentage. So coinsurance is usually a percentage. This is very important because this way you will see if you have to pay the deductible first. Let's look at all these plans and see how much you will pay for your regular primary care visit. As you can see, for the first three plans, you pay a copay of either $40 or $45 flat. And with the Silver 70 HDHP HMO 3250/20%, you will have to meet your deductible first, and then you pay 20%, which will end up being quite a lot for just the regular primary care visit. In case of a hospitalization or surgery, the same formula is applied. You pay your deductible, then coinsurance, but your total out-of-pocket costs cannot be more than the out-of-pocket maximum for the year. So give or take, the out-of-pocket max is pretty similar on all these plans when it comes to hospitalization or surgery. Keep that in mind when it comes to hospitalization or surgery. Now let's move on to emergency. Emergency and urgent care visit also is pretty self-explanatory here. You either pay a fixed copay, like $400 for emergency, or pay your deductible first, then copay or coinsurance. It's the same thing with urgent care, just at a much lower cost. With the prescription medication, you will have to take a look at the specifics of each plan because here it could be quite a difference. Usually medications are grouped in different tiers. Brand medication is usually more expensive. Now, let's take a look at gold and platinum plans. These are more expensive and have a lower out-of-pocket cost and no deductible. Also, here I will add the minimum coverage plan for comparison. Remember, the minimum coverage plan is only for those who are 30 years or younger. This minimum coverage plan has a higher out-of-pocket cost, and if you are considering it, I would highly advise you to compare it with the bronze plan 60 HMO instead. At least the bronze plan has the labs included before deductible. With the minimum coverage, you basically have 3 visits per year that you can use to see your doctor with no copays, but the rest is all out of pocket. So again, for the gold and platinum plans, the copays are listed. Unless you see a percentage, you pay what you see here for your medical procedure for these plans. The gold and platinum plans have no deductible. The platinum plan has a lower out-of-pocket max, which is $4,500 per year. For surgery and hospitalization, you will see a coinsurance percentage. Even though this plan has no deductible, you will still pay your coinsurance up to the maximum out-of-pocket. And again, coinsurance mainly applies to hospitalization, but some plans include it for other procedures as well, so you have to be careful. Prescription medication cost also depends on the tier. Brand and specialty are more expensive. So that's all.